Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host Kelly Pally, and today we've got a very special video for you.
Hi, I'm not the video, but I'm the guest. I thought you were saying very special guest, but I was early on my cue.
I mean, that's fine. She is very special, and she's the reason why this video is special. So, this is Rebecca Felgate from Most Amazing Top 10.
Hello, yes, I am from Most Amazing Top 10. We were the original Top 10 channel, then it became really big, and then we made some new channels, and Kelly is the host of this one because she's bloody great.
And super nerdy.
And super nerdy.
Alright, so I think it's time that we get into the top 10 secret superpowers you didn't know about.
Oh, is that what we're doing today?
That
I like
is
that.
what we're doing today.
Okay, quick question though. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, okay, so like I'm a big fan of Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat, like the fact that she can phase through things, because I feel like you could do a lot with that. Like you could phase into a bank and just be like, money, and then take off. Or, you know, like if someone was attacking you, phase your hand through their body and the gets dark.
I like
that. What
that.
about you? What would you?
I would have the power to summon food wherever I was.
Oh.
And I wouldn't have to pay for it, and I could just imagine something like a roast dinner and it would just be here and I'd be like, Anyway, the video.
Let's do that.
Number 10, we have the Hulk, who has resistance to telepaths. So let's start this list off with the Hulk. He's the best. Hulk smash. I only ever want to start lists with the Hulk. Love me a Hulk. The Hulk is known for being resistant to many things. He's one of a small handful of superheroes who could actually survive a nuclear attack, so he'd be pretty handy right now. Are you listening, Kim Jong? Aside from deadly radiation, what else can Bruce Banner's more brutal half endure? Well, telepaths. The Hulk is resistant to psychic probing, even from the likes of Charles Xavier. He's literally impenetrable on all fronts. Not too shabby, you big green monster. No mind control for you.
Up next at number 9 is Iron Man and his suit storage abilities. Another one on this list that many of you may already be aware of is Tony Stark is capable of storing his Iron Man suit in his body. For those of you who didn't know and are now trying to figure out the logistics of how something like that can actually go down, here's how that works. So, Tony has had many different variations of his suit over the years, and this ability didn't kick in until he had developed his Extremis armor. Controlled by his thoughts, the suit is directly implanted in his body and stored in the hollow portions of his bones, and is connected to his central nervous system. It gets a bit more scientific than that, to be fair, but it's still an ability that's carried over into his later suits, and makes him pretty awesome, and I mean is the literal form of plot armor.
Coming into number 8, Wolverine can detect lies. While it makes perfect sense that Wolverine would have advanced superhuman abilities like heightened smell and hearings, it may be a surprise to a lot of you that he's actually capable of using those senses to detect when someone is lying. It's a little like Benedict Cumberbatch in Sherlock. He's able to notice the subtle differences like the change in heartbeat. He's also able to notice the change in the smell of sweat on a person's skin, which is actually kind of gross. He's also able to detect any other physical signs of panic. I for one would love to be able to tell when people are lying. I mean, it would cut straight through the BS.
Alright, up next at number 7 is Superman and his super math power. Getting into some pre-crisis fun times here, it's no secret that the Man of Steel had a lot of strange powers that formed during the Silver Age. Super ventriloquism, super weaving, and of course super mathematics. And just tossing the word super in front of verbs now, aren't we? Anyway, super math was essentially just him being real good with numbers. He once counted how many beans were in a jar without using his X-ray vision. Yay. Aside from pulling random numbers out of his butt, it's actually nothing that regular mathematicians just probably couldn't calculate offhandedly. So, nothing quite super about that, Superman. Sorry, buddy.
I love that. Behold the power of bean counting. My favorite so far. Coming into number 6, we have Wonder Woman who can talk to animals. I would love to be able to talk to animals. Like see a cute dog in the park and you're like, hey buddy, and he's like, hey back. So good. Wonder Woman is a hero of many abilities, but some of those powers in the past have been a tad superficial, to put it nicely. From time to time, Diana has pulled an Aquaman and communicated with animals. This even translated into the original Wonder Woman television show. In the comics, it most memorably appears when Wonder Woman has a chat with some dinosaurs, asking them very kindly not to eat anyone. What reasonable dinosaurs? They're just like, okay. I'd actually love to be able to talk to animals for many reasons, but I also think it would make camping way less scary. Like you see a bear and you're like, mate, don't eat me. I mean you no harm. Humans are friends, not food. Bear. cares?
Up next, number 5 is the Flash and his super reading abilities. So the Speed Force is a mighty entity, and it gives the members of the Scarlet Speedster family the opportunity to pull off some pretty cool tricks. In The Flash Volume 3, issue number 2, Barry Allen puts one of those cool abilities to the test by reconstructing a building after speeding over to the library and then speed reading a ton of books on architecture. And then he rebuilds the building, exact replica. So speed reading is something that Bart Allen has also shown that he's capable of, and he actually retains what he reads, while poor Barry Allen just keeps it in his short-term memory. That being said, he built a building, so hey, impressive.
Coming into number 4, we have Green Lantern, who has the power of soul storage. What? Getting into some dark territory here, let's talk a little bit about the Green Lantern. While this isn't something we've seen from Hal Jordan or even Kyle Rayner pull off, another member of the Green Lantern Corps has whipped this trick right out. When the world of Bolavax was destroyed, the Green Lantern assigned to that sector, Kilowog, stored all 16 billion of the souls who were almost lost during the destruction. Talk about an immense use of willpower. I actually can barely deal with the burden of having one soul, let alone billions, so I think I'll just leave this to the Green Lantern.
Up next, number 3 is Venom, who can possess inanimate objects. The Venom symbiote has done some pretty neat stuff since its first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man 252 from 1984, when it tried to bond with Spider-Man as his black suit when his original one was destroyed. Venom has gone from villain to anti-hero, and during his time as Agent Venom, aka Flash Thompson, there's a moment where he's eluded by some criminals who get away in a car. So naturally he's like, yep, I'm gonna bond with the car and these guys up. Check it out in 2013's Venom number 36. It's definitely a fun time.
Coming into number 2, we have Aquaman, who has super eyes. Ooh. Poor Aquaman, he gets so much flack for just being him. So what he can communicate with aquatic life? I personally think that's really cool. You'd be like, hey manatee, what's up? We already know I'm pretty cool with talking to animals. Also, so what if he chooses to wear bright orange scales as his costume? Orange is the new black after all, and he's still an incredibly impressive superhero, despite all of the unnecessary bullying by his fans. Why is that? Well, aside from his unreliable strength, speed, and healing abilities, Aquaman has a few tricks up his sleeves, or scales, or fins. Does Aquaman have sleeves? Anyway, he's got tricks. What tricks, I hear you cry? Well, impeccable vision. Humans are capable of visibility of around approximately 165 to 230 feet underwater. Being part Atlantean, Aquaman has visibility up to about 36,000 feet, which is insane. Also, bonus, he's capable of night vision. Hurrah!
So we're at our number 1 spot now. Who do you think it's gonna be?
Oh, I don't know. I think there's the superhero that we haven't heard from yet that I would expect to be on these kinds of lists, but I'm just holding out.
Does he rhyme with Catman?
Watman.
Or
Hatman. That would be a really good superhero. The power just to wear hats, fabulous. Enlighten me on number 1, Kelly. Enlighten me.
Might not be Batman, but it is Superman, the OG superhero. And what can Superman do? Well, he can create miniature Supermen out of his fingers.
I thought you were going to say I was something else there. His miniature Superman.
Technically he can, although I don't want to see that. So getting back to that whole terrible Superman Silver Age powers tidbit thing that we mentioned earlier, this number we have an example of one of Clark Kent's sillier powers that likely won't be returning to the panels or the big screen anytime soon.
Back in 1958, in Superman number 125, the Man of Steel discovers what he calls a midget spaceship, and immediately deducts that its owner must be from a tiny race of space aliens. This ship blows up and gives Superman the ability to shoot tiny rays from his fingertips. He then realizes these are actually tiny replicas of himself. Talk about narcissism in its most direct form.
And for whatever reason, aside from his invulnerability, he's incapable of all of his other powers, and has to send out his miniature self to do all the crap he'd normally be able to do himself, but can't. Everyone then goes around saying how cute it is, and he gets all defensive and weird and insecure about it. It's kinda odd.
Long story short, he loses the power when the tiny manifestation sacrifices himself to save Superman by jumping on top of a kryptonite meteor. As we know, Superman and kryptonite, not so friendly. This kinda comes out of nowhere, which is a bit weird, but hey ho. Basically then, Superman gets all of his powers back and everything is fine except his mini alien selves is most likely dead. I'd probably actually really enjoy a mini army of me, like the Bjork song as well, yes.
Alright, there we have it guys. What was your favorite super secret hero power?
I think talking to animals for me.
Yeah.
Be really good.
I feel like you'd be good at that. I mean, I would like that because dinosaurs, if dinosaurs were here present day, I would be all over that.
But like also, what are the chipmunks up to? We could finally know.
Yeah.
Guys, which of these superpowers surprised you? Let us know the answer to all of these questions in the comments box below.
And make sure you guys hit those like and subscribe buttons and hop over onto Most Amazing Top 10 and hang out with Rebecca some more.
Yes, come join me. Come join me. We have fun, we have frolics, sometimes we have cheese. Yeah. So Kelly, thank you so much for having me in the video. It's been an absolute pleasure and I think we need a high five.
Yes, we do.
Oh, see ya soon.